Hey everyone, Bond here from Dr. Pennsylvania. We have another past periodical for you. This one was supposed to originally come out closer to Thanksgiving due to the subject matter. However, I wasn't able to get it out in time, so I do apologize. But we're working on a fresh full length for you guys right now. We wanted something that kind of goes along with the idea of being thankful for what we do have. So the article we have today is titled "Town Rejoices Over Rescue of Entombed Miners." It is from the Reading Eagle from November 25th, 1926. Which, fun fact, November 25th, 1926 is also the birth date of Poul Anderson, the science fiction writer. So here you go.
Miners rejoice over rescue of entombed men. Little hope seen for lone workers still underground. Hazleton. It was a glad Thanksgiving for the little mining village of Tom Hicken yesterday, with 5 of the 6 men entombed November 16th when the Big Black Creek burst its banks and entered the workings of the Lehigh Valley Coal Company in their homes after having been imprisoned 8 days and 7 hours without food, light, or heat. It was a sad Thanksgiving at Hybartsville nearby, at the home of Charles Smith, bridegroom of a year. Smith was not in the list of those who had been rescued, and his fellow workers say that he had no chance to escape the flood. Mine foreman Walter Stauffer, the hero of the rescue, told Smith's aged father, as the man with trembling hands leafed over the maps of the workings at the colliery office, that he saw little hope for his son. Smith Sr. insists that he may be alive and refuses to accept the opinions of the rescued men and Stauffer as final. The wife of the man still entombed is seriously ill. Clinging to pipe. Smith, if alive, is 7,700 feet from daylight. The last of the other 5 men saved last night saw of him was 3 minutes before the creek came in. They told him to join them, but he said he had some work to do at the pumps and would be up in a minute or 2. He gave them some apples from his lunch can. When the break occurred, they saw Smith clinging to a pipe 35 feet below them in the midst of the avalanche of rocks, mud, timbers, and water. During their 8 days in the mine, the men slept as much as they could, for the cold they endured was aggravated by lack of food and scanty clothing. They had no light after November 18th, when their supply of carbide for the lamps was exhausted. They kept their watches wound and checked up on the time by feeling the positions of the hands. Took turns sleeping. They had great difficulty in arranging the way they slept. The men took turns in the middle, where the bodies of the others made the rocky platform a little warmer. Those who were on the outside claimed the others were cheating on their shifts, and the authority of foreman Kitchderfor was needed to keep the morale of the little party of refugees intact. They heard the pumps start and detected the break in the primary starter of the big centrifugal apparatus. Strange to say, when it was put into shape and operations were resumed, they did not hear the pump work thereafter. Yet, when number 8 slope was found to be caved in by rescue workers and they decided to strike out for number 8 gangway to a point where they could reach number 16 gangway, where the men were supposed to be, they heard the driving of the advanced pipe 20 feet long that would drain off water which might be dammed back of the falls of rocks. They counted the mallet strokes, 48 in number, and Kirchdorfer hammered back a reply. But the rescue forces did not hear the signal. The pumping began to lower the levels of the flooded gangway and at their feet, and they spent their time throwing stones into the water to estimate how deep the flood still was. It sank and sank until the gangway floor was reached, and Kirchdorfer breathed a sigh of relief, for the men had decided to stick it out only one more day. This would have meant some of the more impatient ones would have jumped into the water and tried to wade to safety through the mass of wrecked and flooded workings, a practically suicide course.